Election Day 2019, and you can count on to be your local election headquarters from now until the polls close at 7 o'clock and until all those results are in.
We are bringing you team coverage from across the Low Country. We have crews covering all the big races tonight, including the mayoral races in Somerville, North Charleston, and of course the big race in Charleston. And that's where we start right now. We have News 2 crews and watch parties for the two front runners in the race. Longtime Councilman Mike Seekings is expected to be the biggest competitor to Charleston Mayor John Tecklenburg. Councilman Gary White also with a good following. And of course, we are now starting with News 2 Sophia Arizosa, where she is at Mike Seekings' headquarters in West Ashley. Sophia?
Brendan, Carolyn, we are expected to see a large crowd here at Seekings Watch Party off of Ashley River Road in West Ashley. Of course, they're just setting up now. You can see that behind me, but we're not preparing to see that crowd until about 7 when those polls close. Now, just about an hour ago, we got the chance to speak with Seekings. He said he was happy to see voters engaged and excited to see the results tonight. Seekings' message throughout his campaign, of course, is that the city of Charleston deserves to see better and that Mayor Tecklenburg fell short on his promises to fix flooding and stall overcrowding. Now, we do know that Seekings is voting right now at his polling location in downtown Charleston. We will continue to keep you updated throughout the afternoon and into tonight from West Ashley. But for now, I'll send it back to you. Reporting in West Ashley, Sophia Arizosa, Count on 2.
Okay, thank you, Sophia. Of course, there are other big races that we are following out of the city of Charleston. There are 5 city council seats up for grabs. The race for District 1 is heated at times. We reported last week that Angela Black Drake paid more than $100,000 in tax liens that she owed. Her competitor, Marie Del Ciapo, claims robocalls made by a group called Friends of Marie had nothing to do with her campaign. In District 3, incumbent James Lewis faces 4 competitors, Kaysen Gaither, Lukman Rashid, Jason Sackman, and Jason Taylor. District 5, a 2-man race between current councilman Marvin Wagner and Carl Brady. That district covers outer West Ashley as well as Johns Island. In the District 9 race, Peter Shahid faces competitors Brett Berry and business owner Leah Watley. And in District 11, longtime councilman Bill Moody is facing off against Ross Apal. Now back to the Charleston mayoral race, where Deanne Roberts is live at the watch party for incumbent Mayor John Tecklenburg. She joins us now in his watch party. Deanne.
Good evening, Brendan. In just a few hours, several people are expected to come here at Frothy Beard in West Ashley to attend Charleston's incumbent Mayor John Tecklenburg's watch party. Not too much going on right now, not much set up, but we are expecting a crowd at about 7 o'clock. Now, just a few minutes ago, I was able to catch up with Mayor Tecklenburg. He tells me he spent most of his day visiting several precincts across the Low Country, meeting voters and rallying some last-minute votes. This morning, Tecklenburg stood in line and voted at St. Andrew's School of Math and Science. Tecklenburg says he's made sure his several months of campaigning has focused solely on what the people of Charleston want.
A good part of that work was just listening to our citizens about what's on their mind, about what's important, and those are the things that I've been addressing, like addressing flooding and drainage in our city. I started a new stormwater department. I brought in the expertise of the Dutch and the Corps of Engineers. I've got over $100 million of projects underway right now. So those are the kinds of things that our citizens are wanting and engaged in.
As of October 15th, Tecklenburg has received a little over $1 million in contributions and spent almost $700 million during this election cycle. Of course, he's hoping all of that pays off tonight. We'll be here at the Frothy Beard bringing you the very latest on Mayor John Tecklenburg's watch party. I'm live in West Ashley tonight. Deanne Roberts, Count on 2.
In North Charleston, all 10 city council races are up for election, and so is the mayor's seat. We are covering that mayoral race live from those watch parties. We begin at North Charleston's Park Circle, where News 2's Taylor Murray joins us now live from longtime Mayor Keith Summey's watch party. Taylor, tell us what's happening there.
Hi, Carolyn and Brendan. The crowds kind of haven't arrived here yet. We're told that when polls close around 7, we will expect a crowd here for Mayor Keith Summey's watch party. They're all waiting to see if the incumbent will run the city for 4 more years. I mean, he's been the mayor for the last 25 years. That means when Friends, the iconic television show, debuted on TV for the first time, he was spending his first year in office. So we're all waiting to see what will happen next. Now, I met up with the incumbent earlier. One moment. I met up with him earlier and I spoke to him, and he says that he's running this race like all the others, having barbecues with the community and engaging with constituents. If elected again, some of the things he's promising to North Charleston residents is to bring a grocery store to the south end and completing Low Country rapid transit. Now, I asked him what he thinks of his 4 challengers, several of them claiming that he isn't doing enough to help the city's poorer communities.
I would ask them, what have they done except run their mouth? They haven't done anything to go into the neighborhoods and help us correct them. The issues that we have in most of our poorest neighborhoods are the environment that the children are being raised in. And I've been working with the schools, our rec program, what have you. But we've got to get the parents contributing more to the quality of life for these kids.
Now, Mayor Summey tells me that he headed to the polls early this morning around 9:30 with his family to cast his vote. I'll be at his watch party throughout the night. For now, I'm live in North Charleston. Taylor Murray, Count on 2.
Taylor, thank you. And now to let you know about the competitors in that race: Thomas Dixon, Floyd Daughter, Ashley Peel, and John Singletary. News 2's Katie Turner is visiting campaign headquarters, speaking with candidates, and she spoke with first-time mayoral candidate Thomas Dixon.
Thomas Dixon and his wife tell me they've been up since 4 o'clock a.m. putting out different signs at voting locations. Dixon tells me that he's had some issues in the past when he ran for the U.S. Senate in 2016 of people stealing signs.
No money, no staff, no experience, or nothing. Just me, a beat-up car, and ground.
Dixon says that he feels differently about this election because he has a different kind of experience to bring to the table.
That nobody else has a track record of working for the people, standing up on behalf of the people. Nobody else.
I'll be catching up with Pastor Dixon later tonight, but stay tuned for my 5 o'clock update on one of the other mayoral candidates, John Singletary. I'm reporting in North Charleston. Katie Turner, Count on 2.
The other big mayoral race we are following tonight, of course, is the one in Somerville. Mayor Wiley Johnson is not running for re-election, and there are 4 candidates up for his office.
At least the door wide open. Here they are. Ricky Waring, Bill Hearn, Brandon King, and Fleming Moore are all running for that open seat. We'll have live crews at watch parties for 2 of those candidates tonight.
News 2's Danielle Seda is covering Wary's camp at the Somerville Country Club. Raymond Owens will be at the Woodlands Inn, where Bill Hearn is hosting his watch party. We'll have live reports from both tonight on News 2 starting at 4:30. There are more than 70 races in our area, of course, that we are covering for you.
We'll have the results updating in real time on our website, counton2.com, and we'll have all the final results right here on News 2 at 11, also at 10 o'clock on the CW.